I'm 74, still rock hard every morning, and I still satisfy my wife twice in a row. Sounds unbelievable? I get it. Because I used to think the same, until it happened to me. No pills. No doctor visits. No secret workouts. I just changed one thing I eat every morning, and added a simple habit most men are too lazy to do. After 3 weeks, everything changed. My mood, my health, and the way my wife looked at me every night. I call it my comeback, not to youth but to manhood. If you've ever woken up and felt like nothing below the waist is responding anymore, if you've seen your wife slowly drift away, this video is for you. I'll show you exactly what I eat, what I do, and why it works, in a way that even urologists nod in agreement. And my wife, she smiles with satisfaction every night. Hit subscribe so you never miss another honest, deep, and useful message made for real men over 60. I used to feel broken, until I found this. I still remember the first morning, when I woke up and nothing was happening down there. No morning stiffness. No familiar tension. Just silence. At that time I was 68. And I thought, maybe this is it. I laid there quietly trying to ignore it. But deep down, there was a strange empty space, like I had lost something important. And I couldn't talk to anyone about it. My wife was still next to me, her back turned. I reached out about to touch her, then pulled my hand back. Not because of her, because of me. I was afraid of disappointment. Afraid of that cold look if I failed again. I used to be a confident man, strong, reliable. But now, the very thing I used to take pride in had become something I was ashamed of. I used to think I was just past my prime. But the truth is, I just wasn't eating right. I started avoiding intimacy. Every night I pretended to be tired. And my wife, though she never said anything, slowly stopped reaching out. We became two quiet roommates sharing a bed. I didn't blame her. Honestly, I blamed myself. I kept asking, is there another way? Or is this just how men fade away after 60? That question haunted me. So I started reading. In silence. Article after article. Research papers. Anything I could find. I didn't want pills. I feared the side effects. And I didn't want to depend on anything. I wanted something natural. Something real. Something that could restore me from the inside out. Then one night, I stumbled on a small study about a fruit. A common one. One you can find in almost every store. But few people know it can awaken an entire hormonal system that's been asleep. I tried it. Didn't expect much. But within days, I started to feel something stirring again. Not magic, but momentum. I'll tell you all about it in the next section. But for now I want you to know, I hit rock bottom. And if you're there right now, believe me, there's a way back up. How male physiology changes after 60. Everything declines, except hope. I never expected that one pomegranate every morning could slowly wake up my body again. But to truly understand why it worked, I had to take a hard look at what really happens to a man's body after 60. Aging doesn't hit you like a storm. It creeps in quietly. In the mornings when you feel empty. In the nights when there's no connection. And in the moments when you want it, but your body doesn't respond. The first thing that drops? Testosterone. The very hormone that defines your drive, your confidence, your edge. After 60, testosterone drops by about 1% every year. And then one day you just stop feeling it. No morning wood. No spark when your wife touches you. Just fatigue, irritability, and silence. Low testosterone doesn't just kill desire. It affects your mood, your memory, your sleep. And yes, your ability to get and keep an erection. But testosterone is just the beginning. Next comes circulation. Blood flow is everything when it comes to manhood. Your penis doesn't have bones or muscle. It's powered entirely by blood. When you were young, your arteries expanded instantly. Blood rushed in. And you were ready before you even realized it. But after 60, your blood vessels stiffen. Nitric oxide production drops. Cholesterol builds up. High blood pressure. Diabetes. All slowly choking the tiny vessels that make intimacy possible. And so, you might want it. You might imagine it. You might even try. But nothing happens. If blood doesn't go where it's supposed to, your desire means nothing. I felt that emptiness. Like my mind was willing but my body had betrayed me. And there's one more factor. The one few men ever think about. Sleep. Have you noticed? Morning erections usually happen after a deep, uninterrupted sleep. That's because your body produces testosterone most powerfully during deep sleep. But as you age, sleep gets lighter. You wake more often. You get up to pee. You toss and turn. And those disruptions cut off your hormone production, leaving you flat the next morning. Testosterone, circulation, sleep. 3 pillars. All interconnected. When one weakens, the others fall. And most men just accept it as aging. When really it's just a system that's been out of balance. I didn't understand that at first. Not until I made simple changes to how I eat and live. When I started drinking pomegranate juice, it boosted nitric oxide. When I walked daily, it improved my circulation. When I slept better, my hormones came back on their own. From tiny signs at first, I realized my body wasn't broken. It was just waiting to be awakened the right way. The morning food that made me rock hard again. I didn't discover pomegranate through a doctor, and not through some flashy ad either. It came from a small research paper I stumbled across during a sleepless night. It mentioned that pomegranate could increase nitric oxide, a compound that helps blood vessels expand. I paused. If erections rely on blood flow, and blood flow relies on nitric oxide, why not give it a try? The next morning, I bought a bottle of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Just 6 ounces, about half a glass. I drank it before breakfast. No expectations. Just a quiet hope that maybe it would help. The first 3 days? Nothing much. But on day 4, I woke up and felt something. A little pressure. A little life returning. Not dramatic, but definitely not random. I kept going. By the end of the first week, he started showing up every morning. Not like when I was 30, but enough to know something inside me was turning back on. It wasn't Viagra, it was pomegranate that brought my manhood back every morning. That's when I started digging deeper. And here's what I found. 1. Pomegranate boosts nitric oxide, helping blood vessels open up. Nitric oxide is the key that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. When that happens, blood rushes into the pelvic area. That's how you get a natural erection. Most ED medications work by enhancing this same process, but pomegranate does it naturally. 2. It's loaded with antioxidants, protecting your testosterone. As we age, oxidative stress damages our cells, including those that produce testosterone. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect your endocrine system. By shielding your testosterone from harm, pomegranate helps preserve your drive and performance. 3. Pairing it with walnuts and Greek yogurt multiplies the effect. I didn't just drink pomegranate juice. I also added a spoonful of walnuts to my breakfast. Walnuts are full of healthy fats and zinc, both essential for testosterone production. The omega-3s help balance hormones and zinc supports prostate health. Then I added plain Greek yogurt, no sugar. It helps with gut health, and a healthy gut means better hormone absorption and balance. Plus, it's rich in protein, great for muscle maintenance and keeping me full. These 3, pomegranate, walnuts, and Greek yogurt, became my morning trio. I call it the Morning Vitality Trio. Simple, affordable, but surprisingly powerful. After 2 weeks, I felt something shift, not just physically but mentally. I woke up with energy, with purpose. And at night, when my wife looked at me like she did decades ago, I knew I had found something I thought I'd lost forever. Walking, the second key to awaken circulation below. Pomegranate was the first thing that opened the door to my manhood. But that door didn't swing wide until I started walking out of the house. I never thought walking had anything to do with intimacy. I used to believe you had to take pills, hit the gym, or do something extreme to fix that part of your life. I was wrong. It all started with just 30 minutes of walking. Every morning. Then again 30 minutes in the evening. No heavy sweating. No pressure. Just slow, steady steps. At first, I walked for general health. But after a week, I noticed something. My morning erections were stronger. I slept deeper. And one night, my wife turned to me and said, "You seem different lately." I smiled. But deep down, I knew the truth. My body was waking up, one step at a time. My body started to respond with every single step I took. I did more research, and science backed it up. 1. Walking activates the entire cardiovascular system. When you walk, your heart rate goes up. Your blood pumps more efficiently. Circulation improves, especially to the pelvic region where it matters most. Better blood flow equals better erections. It's that simple. 2. Walking increases natural nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide isn't just found in food. When you move your body consistently, you stimulate your own nitric oxide release. This opens up blood vessels, making it easier for blood to reach the right places. 3. Walking raises testosterone, naturally. Here's something most men don't know. Moderate physical activity like walking can help boost testosterone levels in older men. No need to lift weights. Just 30 minutes of walking a day can restart your hormonal engine. 4. Walking improves sleep, and better sleep restores your manhood. When I added evening walks to my routine, I slept deeper. Fewer bathroom trips. Fewer wake-ups. And every time I got a good night's sleep, I woke up with strong, natural morning wood. It was like my body was rewarding me for finally treating it right. After just 2 weeks, I didn't just feel stronger. I felt like myself again. I wasn't forcing anything. I wasn't chasing results. I was simply moving, and my body responded. No running. No gym. Just walking with intention. And somehow, my body listened. It responded. It sent back signals I thought were lost forever. After 3 weeks, my wife looked at me differently. After 3 weeks of drinking pomegranate, eating the right breakfast, and walking every day, something inside me changed. I was sleeping deeper. No more tossing and turning. No more midnight wake-ups. And every morning I woke up with something firm, something alive. Not just in my body, but in my spirit. I looked in the mirror. Same gray hair. Same wrinkles. But my eyes, they looked different. They looked alive. Like I had come back. Not to my youth, but to myself. One evening I was in the kitchen pouring water. When my wife walked by, paused, and said, "You look confident today. What did you do?" I didn't answer right away. I just smiled, set the glass down, and walked over to her. I looked into her eyes, like I used to long ago. And in that moment, I knew she could feel it too. When you take back your mornings, you take back your nights. That night we didn't say much. We just lay next to each other. And for the first time in years, I wanted to reach for her. Not out of duty, not from pressure, but because the desire had returned. It's hard to describe that feeling. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it was warm, strong, grounded. And I didn't need anything fancy. Just a simple breakfast, a daily walk, and a small belief that age doesn't mean surrender. It's not the end. It's the beginning of a new way to live. Slower, deeper, but still full of strength. And from that night on, I knew I wasn't walking this path alone, because the woman who shared my life had just looked at me like I had truly come back. I'm 74 years old. I don't run as fast as I used to. I don't lift heavy things like I did in my youth. But there's one thing I've held on to. And in some ways it's even stronger now. My morning manhood. And I'm not just talking about the physical response. I'm talking about that deep, powerful sense of being alive. Of waking up and feeling your body still respond. Still work. Still belong to you. It came down to 3 simple things. 6 ounces of pure pomegranate juice every morning. A spoonful of walnuts and a bowl of unsweetened Greek yogurt. 30 minutes of walking in the morning, and again at night. No pills. No expensive treatments. No false promises. Just learning how to understand your body again. And feeding it the way it deserves to be fed. Aging doesn't kill a man's power, surrender does. If you felt yourself slipping, if you've woken up feeling like nothing's happening down there, try changing something. You don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one thing. Start with a glass of pomegranate juice tomorrow morning. And if you feel something shift, come back and leave a comment. I read them all. And if there's something you're struggling with, I'll turn it into a real video. Based on real science for real men just like you. When men open up to each other, they don't always need advice. Sometimes they just need to know they're not alone. If this video helped you, send it to a father, a brother, or a friend who needs to hear it. The same way you'd send jumper cables to someone stuck on a freezing night. And if you want more honest, powerful messages like this one, hit subscribe. Ring the bell. Because this is just the beginning.